In today's English lesson, I am going to help you understand 10 confusing words in English. These are words that even native speakers use incorrectly and sometimes spell incorrectly. Those words are advice and advise, lose and loose, affect and affect, desert and desert, and accept and accept. I will show you the correct pronunciation of these words, the meaning and example sentences to help you understand these words like a native speaker. So if you're ready to improve your vocabulary, let's get started. The first two words we are going to look at today are advice and advise. Advice with a C has a S sound. Advice. Advice. Advise with an S has a Z sound. Advise. Advise. That means when you make the final sound in this word, your throat must vibrate. Advise. So what's the difference between these two words? Well, the main difference is that advice is a noun. Advise is a verb. Just remember, C is the noun and S is the verb. So what do these words mean? Well, advice means suggestions about what you think someone or something should do. Advise means to make suggestions about what you think someone or something should do. Now let's have a look at some examples of how to use these words. Number 1, could you give me some advice? We use advice here because we are asking for something. And if we're asking for something, that means we need to use a noun because a noun is a thing. Please note that we do not say advices because we cannot count advice. Advice is an uncountable noun. Number 2, what is your advice for me? Again, we need to use advice with a C because we're asking for something, so we need to use a noun. Number 3, his doctor advised him to get some rest. We use advise with an S because his doctor is making a suggestion. His doctor is doing something. And number 4, can you advise me on the problem? We use advise with an S because I want you to do something. That means we need to use a verb. The next words we are going to look at are lose and loose. Lose with just one O is pronounced lose. It has a Z sound at the end. That means when you say this word, your throat should vibrate. Lose. Loose with two O's is pronounced loose. Loose. That final S sound is just pronounced as an S. Loose. Lose has two main meanings. The first meaning is when you can't find something. For example, I always lose my car keys. That means I always can't find my car keys. The second main meaning of lose is the opposite of win. For example, if you lose a game, that means the other team or the other person wins the game. An example sentence could be, Manchester United lost the game. This means Manchester United did not win the game. Okay, now let's talk about loose. The main meaning of loose is when something is not tight, when something is too big. In the picture on the screen now, you can see that the jeans are too big for the person. This means they are loose. The next two words are affect and affect. Affect and affect. With my accent, these two words have exactly the same pronunciation. Please note that with some accents, affect with an E has an it sound at the start. So this word would be pronounced as effect. effect. So what's the difference between these two words? Well, the main difference is that one is normally a noun and one is normally a verb. Affect with an A is normally a verb, and affect with an E is normally a noun. Affect with an A can mean to change something or to change someone. This is a verb. Affect with an E can mean a change that is caused by something or someone. This is a noun. Now let's put these words in some sentences so you can see the difference. Number 1, has the noise affected you? We use affected with an A because noise is the noun and affected is the verb. Number 2, the disease affects many people. We use affects with an A because the disease is causing a change to many people. Number 3, it had a really big effect on her life. We use affect with an E because we are talking about the change. The change is a thing. Number 4, the long-term effects of smoking are very bad. Again, we use affects with an E because we are talking about the changes, and the changes are a noun. They are a thing. The next two words are desert and desert. Desert and desert. These two words cause a lot of confusion for students who are learning English, so let's talk about the pronunciation. Desert with one S is pronounced desert. The stress is on the first syllable. That means on the first syllable there should be more energy. Desert. Dessert with two S's is pronounced dessert. The stress on dessert is on the second syllable. That means more energy is placed on the second sound. Dessert, dessert, dessert. So what is the difference between these two words? Well, they are both nouns, but they have a very, very different meaning. What you see on the screen now is a desert. Desert with one S. An example sentence could be, deserts are very hot places with lots of sand. A dessert is a sweet food that is normally eaten after the main part of a meal. What you see on the screen right now is a dessert. An example sentence could be, what's your favorite dessert? Now, to make things even more confusing for you, this word here can sometimes be pronounced as dessert. Dessert. When this word is pronounced as dessert, it's a verb which means to leave a place or leave a person and never come back. An example sentence could be, the person deserted his family. This means the person is not with his family now and he will not come back. The next two words are accept and accept. Accept and accept. Accept with an A is pronounced as accept. Accept. In my accent, the first sound is that schwa sound. Accept. Accept. Accept with an E is pronounced as accept. Accept. That first E sound is actually pronounced as an I. Accept. So what do these two words mean? Well, accept with an A means to agree to take something that someone offers you or tries to give you. For example, I accepted the job offer. This means someone offered me a job, they wanted to give me a job, and I agreed to take the job. Another example could be, he doesn't like to accept advice from his friends. This means his friends try to give him advice, but he will not agree to take that advice. Now let's talk about accept. Accept means not including something. For example, it rained every day this week except Friday. This means it rained every day this week, but we do not include Friday. That means it didn't rain on Friday. Another example could be, I've been to every city in Australia except Sydney. This means I have been to every city, but I am not including Sydney. I have not been to Sydney. You have learned about 10 confusing words in English, but wait, we are not finished yet. Now it's time to have a little quiz to test your understanding. You will see 10 sentences on the screen with a missing word. I want you to choose the correct word for that sentence. The questions will be on the screen for 5 seconds, so pause the video, think about your answers, and then press play when you are ready to see the answers. Are you ready? Good luck.